Give it up for your next fucking comic, Bear Love.
Thank you. Give it up for Gary one time. Come on. And I look young, but I actually come from a different time. I've had a beeper in my day. And it wasn't even to sell weed jobs. It was so my mom could tell me to come home. I knew they were tracking devices from the beginning. I come from a different time. I saw Blockbuster get put out of business by Netflix. I saw one of my favorite, Toys R Us, get put out of business by Amazon. I saw heroin get put out of business by fentanyl. I come from a time where you could find a mystery bag of powders on the barroom floor and go home and have a good night. These kids have to know chemistry in order to take that cocaine home now. I didn't come from free love. I didn't come from free love like the hippies, but I at least came from mystery bag of powders is okay. But you guys legalize pot here, a hippie feels safe? Yeah! Kind of put me out of a job though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. And these kids dressed up as police for Halloween, they're slowing down your food and they're not even real police, I'm sorry. But now that you guys legalize pot here, I'm not so worried about the government looking in our lives, you know, big brother. But if the NSA is going to be looking at us, they should be giving us some stats like Spotify Wrapped, right? You know, am I actually the worst driver in Denver, or is that just what my ex-girlfriend says? You know, I feel like they have these numbers. My numbers are high. I feel like I'm in the top 1% of texting I'm on the way while still laying in bed. My numbers are up there. They have this information. You know, is there any parents in the crowd? Yeah. Yes. Well, hippies, we don't have a lot of kids because we're still pretty childish. But you guys keep track of how good your kids are doing by the height on the wall. We keep track of the length of our hair as the last time we saw a judge. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a minute. There's a few counties in Texas that would like to cut my hair, I'm sure. So I've got a little bit of gray in my beard, and I'm doing this comedy thing, so you can say I'm going through a midlife crisis. But my generation just doesn't know how to do a midlife crisis. My dad, he bought a Corvette, spins in circles. My generation doesn't have Corvette money. So a midlife crisis for my generation looks like 35-year-olds should be trading recipes with the other moms at school. But instead, she's getting her head shaved this weekend. Britney Spears. That's a midlife crisis for my generation. I'm not picking on the girls. You know, our guys were doing it too. I guess he should have joined the military 25 years ago. But instead, he's been working at a factory with his dad, and his knees are gone. But you'll find him this weekend at Bass Pro Shop, looking for night vision goggles to hunt a deer. If you need night vision goggles to hunt a deer, you're not the warrior we need, Tanner. But my buddy, his parents are hippies, and growing up is confusing enough. But how do you go through that rebellious phase when your parents are hippies? Get a job? Go to school? It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee. And he chases you down on horseback and says, "It's cool, bro, we can talk about it." But hippies did some good things for society. They invented the word grounded. You know, take away the tablet, take away the TV, get grounded. Before that, we just beat our kids. I think I'm still grounded. In my buddy's family, spooning means laying with your lover. In my family, spooning means getting hit with the wooden spoon when you try and taste the gravy. I went to Burning Man, and I'm going by Bear Love, you know, which is not my birth name. And I'm there with my hippie friends, and their names are Blu-ray and Solmar. And they said, "What's our Burning Man names? We need Burning Man names." Their parents are hippies. I said, "Blu-ray and Solmar, you guys kind of already came with Burning Man names." And so the whole Burning Man, they went by Bob and Sam. That was pretty funny. Yeah, and my buddies who are hippies, they got to choose their own punishment. I was like, what does that even mean? And they're like, we got caught toilet paper, and we said we couldn't see my best friend for a week. I got to choose the stick my grandma would whoop me with off of the tree. The difference is when you got hippie parents, you know. Okay, let's bring Gary back up. You guys ready for a comedy show? All right, one more time. Get out, come on. Give it up for Bear Love, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my